Hey guys, this is just a video that I wanted to just touch on and talk about, and that has to do with Smash Up. So a while ago, I made a review on Smash Up. You can check it out. And I kind of wanted to talk about the Smash Up PC port. Now you're wondering, PC port, where? I'm looking on Steam, I can't find it. Well, it essentially was on Steam for a very short amount of time. I can't remember when it came out now, but I remember when it did come out, and I was like, Smash Up. And this was actually during the time where I was like really heavy into Smash Up. Like I was playing a ton of it, and I saw it on Steam, and I was like, interesting. And it was free. It was free to play, obviously, and it was just a matter of you had to buy packs to get more factions. And in looking at like how that model was set up, I felt that they were cheaping us out a little bit. Now, if you think about the price point of certain things, the Smash Up expansions costed, like $25 or something like that. Something like very standard. And like the base game costed like $35. And essentially, for that price point, you got quite a fair bit of stuff. As far as the expansions are concerned, you got 4 factions with that price. If I can remember correctly, and unfortunately I have no way to look this up, at least without like really digging into it. But I think I remember them selling certain factions, like even out of like the main set, for like a much more expensive price, I guess, in relation to what you could have been getting for like $25. And it was a model, and I'm not gonna list the price because again, I could be wrong. I'm not sure what the exact price was, but I remember thinking that was kind of like, it felt kind of unfair. And in a lot of ways, the fact that they expected us to pay for base set characters or certain base set characters, like they started you with some, but they expected you to pay for more base set characters, was also kind of shitty. And I think the reasoning behind this was they were making Smash Up a free to play. So instead of making someone pay, like $35 to get base set, they actually gave you some for free, but they expected that you'd be buying more through their system. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think that they had ill intentions and they were simply out to just take everyone's money. I think they were legitimately trying to make Smash Up available on PC because perhaps people were asking for it. Perhaps there was a demand for it because maybe you own the game, but not a lot of people want to play it, That's the same thing with Magic the Gathering. A lot of people might own a lot of cards, but they don't find enough people to play with, so they end up going online and playing Magic the Gathering online. And I also don't think that they had ill intentions, considering the fact that the game is set up in a way that you can't just buy packs of cards and like build decks. The decks are already there. You just choose the characters and then you mix them together. So to assume that they were trying to get you to pay for cards all the time was silly. I mean, realistically, you could buy just 2 factions that you enjoy using all the time, and then you can just play with them all the time, if that's how you want to roll. Personally, I like mixing it up as much as I can. I think the game definitely lends itself to mixing up your characters and stuff. But regardless, the game had a bit of a rocky start with how they presented the system of, the game itself and what have you. So they took the game down. And this was in a time where I was planning to cover it and then realized, oh, it's gone. And I looked online and they said, we took it down because we wanted to improve it and make it better than what it was. So now the question is, what is it going to look like? And, I don't know, but I think I want to cover it and we'll see. We'll play around with it. But when it does come out, it'll be a question of what will the plan be then? Will they force you to pay to buy the base game, and then they'll give you the base set of characters, and then they'll make the digital expansions cheaper than the physical expansions? Or is it going to be a situation in which case they're going to reprint all the expansions with codes in them so that you can actually convert your physical to the PC game itself? All of which are very valid. I mean, not for my case because I threw away all the expansion boxes and then modded the original box to fit them. So I wouldn't have any way of validating the purchases I made on those. Not that it's a big deal anyway. But for people that are just getting into Smash Up, it could be a really great avenue to help boost sales, essentially, because like buy the physical and then also get a digital version in the game, and then they can get a kickback from AEG or whatever. So I'm curious as to how it's going to look, and I feel like it has potential to be great. It has potential to be great, but it also has potential to colossally fuck up. Did their first release fuck up? I don't know. I didn't actually play it, so I have no idea. I couldn't make a comparison. However, they felt that they fucked up because they took it down. But it's just a matter of speculation and hoping that they're caring more about the community rather than the profit, which I think that they do. I think that they do think about the community a lot as far as Smash Up is concerned, because even in buying the expansions, I found that like it was a generous pricing for the amount of cards you even get in the expansions. It really brings you back to like the spirit of why people enjoy games and not just for this hefty price point, you know. Now they say Smash Up is going to be released this year. I'd have to again reconfirm that, but I think according to their Twitter, they are going to try and release it this year. As long as they keep the community in mind, then we have ourselves a potential of a good online community. But it could die. It could thrive for a bit and then die very quickly. Think about the free-to-play RuneScape Legends, I think. When it came out, people enjoyed it. People thought, this is a great system. They're not forcing you to buy cards. You can gain cards in very unique fashions, and you don't feel compelled to buy the best cards to, you know, win the game or get better at the games. However, the community died out pretty fast, and people are saying it's impossible to find games to play online without computers. The game, although it was well respected, and it didn't seem to have any shortcomings in terms of its platform, it just didn't stick to people. And Smash Up has potential not to stick to people. But at the same time, having not to worry about building a deck and grinding to build a deck perhaps won't be as tiresome, because you don't really have to grind for the deck. You get the characters you want, and then you smash them together. Sorry, my camera cut out because it's out of memory. Been filming a couple videos. I'm just going to wrap this video up regardless. But it has potential to attract people that aren't really into building decks, but are into the whole trading card game vibe with different characters, different powers, and etc., etc. So yeah, let me know what you think about Smash Up coming on PC, and let me know if you do want to see me do videos in it. I think I'll try anyway and test the waters, but I mean, let me know. And also let me know if you want to see me do any solo videos on, say, like 100% Orange or Pandemic, which is also on PC. There's a port of that on PC too. And just kind of play around with board game style video games, kind of like outside of the Tuesday slot of videos that I do. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you do enjoy the videos that I put out and you want to see more, then please go right ahead and let me know your opinion. I'd love to hear it. I don't hear enough opinions on this channel, so I'd love to hear what your thoughts on it. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.